Alright, ladies and gentlemen, in this video we are going to have a real quick overview of, well, essentially the math behind our lead tin alloy lab. So in this lab, I've got this one measured out already, we are measuring out a specific percentage of lead and tin, lead being the dark stuff and tin being the pale stuff. This is 30% lead. But something that has come up time and time again is, how do I get the exact amount correct in the lead and tin? So we are going to math. So I'm going to bring you closer to the place of mathing. Problems. Okay. So this comes down to a pretty basic formula that we can use. So we have the percentage of, let's say we're trying to figure out the lead. BB divided by 100 times, in our case, we're trying to find out 50 grams. So our total mass of the alloy that we want to make is going to then equal the mass of lead that we need to figure out. I just realized I was writing off the screen there. Sorry about that. Let's just do that. Yay, you can see. There. So what does this equation mean? We have over here, this is how we take a percentage and we figure it out to a decimal. So percentages can be thought of in terms of decimals. This is how we convert a percentage to a decimal, because whatever the decimal is times 100 is going to give you your percentage. 50 is the total mass of the alloy that we want to create. We want to make these guys all the same, so we want 50 grams for each percentage. And that's going to give us the mass of lead that we need to weigh out. So let's pick a rando here. Sure, 40. No, I just did 30. 70. Yay. So for 70, let's say, all right, let's make color codes. So we have the 70%. Wow, my handwriting is terrible. 70% lead, that PB, and that means that because this all has to be out of 100% that is, that leaves what percentage being tin? It's going to leave you 30% tin. Okay, that being said, let us plug these numbers back into our equation. So going back to our old PB, we are going to, we have, for this equation, we have 100 and our percentage is 70. So we have 70 divided by 100. which is what? Dividing by 100 is going to move our decimal place, we have an invisible decimal here, back 2 places. So we go whoop, whoop. It's going to leave us with 0.7. So 0.7 times 50 is going to be, let's see, 35, I do believe. Yes, 35. So we have 35 grams of lead that we are going to need to mass out. Now, let's do the same with the tin. We have, let's just write in our equation again. And our percentage, whoopsie, our percentage of tin is 30%. So once again, same thing happens. We go whoop, whoop, and we're going to end up with the value ends up being 0.3, just like up here it ended up being 0.7. So 0.3 times 50 equals what? Boop, 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 boop. Just think 3 times 5, it's going to be 15 grams of tin. Wait, that's not an S. This way. I'm dyslexic and it's fine. That's okay. Shush. I cannot letters. N, not M. Okay. All right, so over here we have our lovely scale, precise 2 places past the decimal for the grams. We want this to be extremely precise because any amount off that we end up with for this alloy is going to affect the end results of our experiment. So I am going to take the cup, I am going to put it on top, and it now has mass. So we don't want that to be factored into our ending mass. So instead of subtracting off from whatever and doing a whole bunch of unnecessary math, press the button. It zeroes off, and now you are going to end up with your precisely 50 grams that you need. So to start off with, let's start off with the small things. So we're going to start off with the tin. The tin is this bright stuff. The lead looks very, very dull gray. So we have this bright, shiny tin, and we're going to only need a little bit of it though. So again, be very precise. So, and maybe take out one of these little granules. Maybe smaller granule. Everything's a lie. Okay, that's probably as precise as we're going to get. So 0.99 rounds up, and we are at 15 grams. Next, we have the big quantity, which is our lead. Now, lead is extremely dense. It's not going to take a lot to weigh a lot. Like this spoon is physically heavy. So we don't need to take the tin out or anything like that. We're just going to take it straight up to 50. By the way, after you touch lead, wash your paws. Nobody wants lead poisoning. Blood and gore. Yeah. Easy pinch. All right, so we have 50 grams total now, and we are ready to alloy. So next video is going to be the melting process for this.